Hello, welcome to the stream. Crazy to say the least. Apologies for the rain. It's not looking like calming down. It was worse, but so this is probably the best we're gonna get. Thank you for tuning in. MTFR with a lot of interaction. Wow, ridiculous. I saw XLB tweet something similar, I swear. Ridiculous. I'm gonna get into all of it. It's such a ridiculous game. I have such mixed feelings. Thank you, by the way, on letting me know the music's still on. Yeah, I know it's such a silly result, but here are my player ratings. Starting off with Edison in goal. Look, I think the one thing that he could maybe do better is maybe be a bit stronger on his line on the corner. Although I still think that's scummy by Arsenal, and Martinelli's right, literally just body blocking him. You know. I just can't believe that Edison. I'm not going to complain too much, but I do think that was dodgy from Martinelli. Kyle Walker, I give a 4.5. Now then, look, I don't have an agenda against any City player. I try not to anyway. But Kyle Walker, look, I didn't think to start this game anyway. He was brought on to watch Martinelli. Okay, you want someone pacey on Martinelli. Okay. The first goal, it's a corner, it's a free kick goal that we're all switched off on, and Martinelli runs in and assists Calafiori. Martinelli's first goal contribution in like the last 15 games, by the way, in the Premier League. Let that sink in. And Kyle Walker's not switched on. The captain as well, by the way, not switched on a free kick. The second goal. Okay, we just got warned on the second goal. What would happen? Okay, if we let Gabriel in again. Okay, Gabriel barely missed. Glenn talking to the chat. I'm worried about Roger and KDB. We lacked ideas. I know I'm gonna get into all of it. It's so frustrating this game. And Walker then on the second corner tells Doku, go somewhere else, basically. I've got Gabriel. Loses him. The moment that ball is in the air, he loses him within an instant and Gabriel heads it home. I had such a bad feeling that we weren't going to watch the corners today. It's something you need to watch with Arsenal because they will punish you. They're the best set piece takers in the league. And they have proven it again today. Okay, teams need to watch Arsenal. I didn't feel like we watched them today, and the long shots from a mile away. Like what is the point? You're just giving Raya more opportunities to grab the ball and lie down. You're ultimately losing us more times. I'm going on to Diaz. Diaz, I don't think is exactly at fault for either goal. But the long shots are not it, man. The constant attempts that keep blaring over the bar. The last time you scored a long shot, I swear, was against Aston Villa in the 21-22 season when we went to their ground. That's the last time I can remember. Your second season. Walker should be 10 out of 10. No way. Manuel Akanji, I thought, was a 6.5. Wasn't shooting from a mile away and was actually playing balls into the box. Were they brilliant? No, they weren't. Okay, but at least he wasn't shooting and he was trying to get the ball into the box. Whoever's idea it was to put Walker and Doku, awful. No, whoever's idea, okay, because Doku seemed to be the guy to watch Gabriel on corners, by the way. He seemed to be the guy told to do that. And it was absolutely, who told him to do that? You've got to get Diaz on him, okay, and then you've got to get someone ready for the space that he's going to run into. Like, literally, what was the plan? I want to see the training ground. I would have paid to go watch City's training session a couple days before. I want to see what was going on in the training ground. Why was John Stones so high up the pitch? He was told to, and it worked, thankfully. We got a goal. it works, so I'm not going to complain. But he said apparently, according to John Stones, Pep said get they're basically near Erling. I'm going to guess it was so that space could be opened up. A bit more space could be opened up in the box, more crosses into the box as opposed to shots. That kind of stuff. I'm going to guess anyway. That would be my guess. But yeah, it was an absolutely mental half. Big up to everyone tuning in, by the way. I appreciate it. Stick a Kanji Diaz and stuff in for rebounds. Yeah. Oh, this was so annoying. How come the people shooting the least, okay, were our attackers? How come Diaz and Walker, their best idea, as opposed to just passing it to the player to the left or right, was belting it? It was so ridiculous. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was so happy when he got subbed off, Walker. Kovacic still just can't fill in. Can't fill in for Rodri. It's time to accept it. Rodri comes off. We go from there. What I will say is, he cannot replace Rodri in games like this. He can't do it. It doesn't look like it anyway. It doesn't look like he can do that. Again, in a game where we. Hi mate, as a Liverpool fan, I watched the game as a neutral. I thought a draw was fair. I mean, a draw would have been best for you lads as well. But I think I'm so happy that John Stones scored. Football won that game because Arsenal did absolutely nothing for that second half. Have you seen Goldbridge tweets? I saw a couple. Yeah, he's just moaning. Look, you do this no matter who got no matter who we played, no matter who it was, just ridiculous. Yeah, but welcome to the channel, mate. Enjoy your time here. For me, Arsenal do not deserve to win that game. Sitting back for the whole of the second half, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, just a joke. Moving on though, Josko Vardiel, again, a player that was shooting, by the way, but actually doing it when it was right. But that volley he had near the end, that forced a good save, probably the best save Brian had to make. That was a good one. A draw is fair because Arsenal could get aggravated by the referee. This is a bit of a good part of the bus. For me, a team that parks the best does not deserve to win and does not deserve to draw. Walker can go now. I've had enough. It was ridiculous. Arsenal had to park the bus because Trossard being so stupid. I'd like to say we've gone down to 10 men before and we've given the game a go away from home. I would like to say that. I could say a moment when we've won the game as well, 10 men for most of the game. He's our captain still. When is the captain vote? I know. I want to know if that's happened yet or when it happens. 30 views on the stream, by the way. Big ups. 33 shots to 5. I know, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. They're sitting back at its finest. Rodri 6, he did nothing because he got no time to. Arsenal clearly were after him that game. It was so clear. The first corner we got, they shoved him off the ball instantly. Less than 10 seconds into the game, at the first kick of the ball, they fouled him as well. Like, genuinely, it was a ridiculous bit of play. Yeah, in 2022, we went down to 10 men, I believe, just under half an hour played. Now, and people will say it's against Fulham. Fulham were doing decent. They were newly promoted to the Prem, and I believe, and were absolutely bombing it. They are decent. They're a proper decent team at their home ground, and we were giving it a go, and we won because of it. Crazy to think this time in 48 hours we'd go again. Ridiculous, by the way. Absolute joke. That is. It should be on Wednesday, but oh well. Playing for 48 hours is wild. I know, literally one day rest. Weren't they like 6? Because because Mitrovic was just on fire. He was on fire, wasn't he? Moving on, Ilkay Gundogan, I give him 6.5 because I thought overall play was decent. Shouldn't miss that chance at the beginning of the game. Should at least hit the target. You know, and I give him 6.5 because he wasn't giving silly long shots a go, and he had some sort of impact on the goal we scored at the end. So I'm giving him a 6.5 because he wasn't being idiotic. He wasn't being an idiot on the ball like Johnston, like Walker and Diaz. Gundogan's been awful. I don't think he was awful. I think that chance he misses is ridiculous, and I think shooting he needs to work on it clearly. Even if it's difficult, yeah. Even if it's difficult, okay, at least hit the target. Agree with 6.5. Did people think Gundogan was going to be really good? Yeah, because he's a class player, mate. He's an absolutely class player. Bernardo 6. I don't really remember him doing anything special, to be honest. I don't think anything he did was phenomenal. He was okay. He was decent. You know, I really don't have many words for Bernardo. When Gabby came on, he was absolutely brilliant, Bernardo. I really don't have much to say. Yeah, but you should leave your legacy as it is. I don't think Gundogan's going to ruin his legacy. I don't. It's early days, and I don't think he's been awful so far. I don't think he's bad this game either. Savinho got an assist, and a good assist at that too. It was good play. He was attracting fouls. He gets Trossard booked. He gets Partey booked. You know, this is worrying, of course. John Stones 8 out of 10. I'm fear for Rodri. We called it earlier last season, like sometime in the summer, that Rodri will probably pick up a big injury this season. Is your next game Prem game against Newcastle, St James's Park? Yeah, away from home. John Stones 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm giving him that, and I'll get onto that for a moment. But Savinho I thought was good for the time he played. You know, yeah, I thought he was actually decent. Doku 6. I thought he was okay. You know, getting up the pitch, trying to make things happen. Came difficult in the second half because Arsenal did nothing. Yeah, I know. Literally first 5 seconds, he was down. Genuinely, completely off the ball. I don't know why he didn't even get booked. That was crazy to me. Mental, absolutely mental. Haaland 6.5. Took the chance he got. I had a couple of other half chances that he didn't convert, hence why he's been brought down a bit. But on the whole, I don't think he was that bad. Wasn't having silly long shots, and yeah, it was decent. Kovacic 6, Foden 6. Kovacic, the long shots, I get it a bit more from him, but he's not getting any of them on target, so it's kind of ridiculous. Playing like that isn't Champions worthy. Arsenal haven't shown why they should win the league, but they've already dropped 4 points this season because of silly red cards. Yeah, no, booting the ball away and all that, and trying to interfere with that kind of stuff. We saw it with Gabriel Jesus at the end, interfering with the corner. Haaland 10 for throwing the ball at Gabriel at the back of his butt when he scored 2-2. Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. But yeah, Haaland goes 6.5. But Foden, when he came on, just knocking it around. Don't think he did anything wrong. He was trying to make slide balls into the box, which I don't blame him. You know, it's better than having a long shot. He had one long shot, and he's an attacker. So, yeah, not too bad from him. Grealish 7 has a huge part to play in the goal we get. Haaland equaled Ronaldo's record, fair play. Yeah, fastest to 100 goals, 100 goals in 105 games. City fans were still in the call Jesus. That was ridiculous on the corner. What do you think was going to happen? And John Stones are given 8. Was brought on to play alongside Erling, basically just behind him, get close to him, make stuff happen in the box, essentially, force crosses in. And that's exactly what happened. And the one moment he got, the one chance he had to take, he took. You know? Super sub. You need to take those moments. Who's better at City? David Silva is a club legend. He's He said he's amazing. He used to be my favourite player. He's so unbelievably ridiculous. He's ball glued to his feet. You know, you look up some of some of David Silva's best goals, they're ridiculous. That just dribbling through, players can't touch him. And he was a joke. He was an absolute joke. I'll never forget the one against United. Was that a stupid question? No, Bernardo Silva is brilliant. He's a phenomenal footballer as well. But David Silva is just, he's unreal. This would usually be the game, Bernardo, which I'm, and again, nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I didn't really feel like he did anything, and he basically got pocketed by Gabby when he came on. On a whole, though, look, the thing we learned is that Arsenal, man, like, the sitting back was crazy. I get it to an extent. They were trying to hold out for the win. They held out for the whole half. They held out for 53 minutes, just sitting back and doing nothing. I wouldn't be able to cope. I'd just be so like, why aren't we doing anything? Look, you can argue you're down to 10 men against the best, and what like arguably the best team in the world. Arsenal are trying to become that. Grealish 7, absolutely. When he came on, he wasn't trying silly long shots and was being careful on the ball, taking his time, and eventually creates what was necessary. So I give him a 7. Sitting back for the whole half, literally doing nothing. They had one shot the whole half, and it wasn't even like proper. You know, it was basically someone getting the ball, a poke on the end of it. Why is Walker City's captain? No idea. Super Jack is back. Yeah, he was great when he came on. The corner's so clever. It was great. It was just spot on. And I'm really happy for Grealish because I thought he came on and did well. I did want Grealish to start this game. I'm not going to act like, how I did against Chelsea. And against Chelsea, I'm convinced I was right, the 4-4. I said Grealish over Doku that game. No more big games for you, says MCFR. I don't think Doku was awful, but I believe Jack Grealish is the way to go. I think he's brilliant. Doku's still got a lot of time, Doku's still got time to develop. When KDB comes back, will he be captain or still Kyle Walker? Kyle Walker, I believe, is still the current club captain for some reason. Lewis to start this Watford, he better. He absolutely better do. On our performance, it was all right. Look, we didn't set the world on fire. He was decent. We were decent. It wasn't the greatest performance. We had good moments. Savinho, for example, I thought he was decent for basically all he played. But the silly long shot second half, we lacked spark, but we got it right at the end, thankfully. Jack Grealish was the man who really bought it. And yeah, I'm just so buzzing with this result. I would have loved the win. We should be winning at the Etihad. But yeah. Will Haaland start this Watford? Who else you got? That's the thing. I said we should sign a striker in the summer after we lost Alvarez. And we didn't. We signed Gundogan, who I still think is a good signing. But we didn't sign no striker. I don't know what the plan is. You're going to play Haaland until he just runs out of breath? You've got no Alvarez to bring on for the last 20 minutes now. Haaland is playing constant 90 minutes. No. Please not again. That was so bad from Walker. He was awful. But look, guys, thank you for tuning in. It's the 400th bit of content I've created on this. Please, no. I don't want to think about that. 400th bit of content on the channel, which is a milestone, I suppose, and over 750 subscribers now. Thank you all for tuning in. Glimpse, MCFR, anyone else who tuned in on the whole, because we've got 57 views this stream. So big ups to you lot. And yeah, we're going to be back. Oh, Zane as well. Zane Hanif. What's the chat? So yeah, big ups to everyone who tuned in. And Talsif Hussein and Thomas also tuned in very early. Thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, no Watford preview tomorrow, and no live stream on the whole. It's my sister's wedding. That's why. I'm literally unavailable for basically the whole day. So no content tomorrow, I'm afraid. Possibly Watford preview. It's up in the air at the moment. I'm trying my best, but it's been such a tight schedule. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.